be live about now? Let me check and make sure I'm live, because all I have to say about this episode isn't very long. It's very short, honestly. Okay, I am live. So here is my entire review of Loki Episode 6, the Loki season finale. This is my entire review as an MCU fan, as a Marvel fan, and as a comic book fan. I will attempt to come up with more words to say during my proper review tomorrow, because I don't think this is enough, but this is literally all I have to say after seeing it. Here we go. That's it. That is the best thing I can say about it. I was confronted with something I've been wanting for a while, and I'm ready. That's it. It kind of breaks me.
They teased the Hawkeye and Rocket Raccoon marriage this early?
You know, you wouldn't think it in the Loki episode, but they actually showed it. They did do the Hawkeye and Rocket Raccoon marriage already. That's over. So I have to assume that the Hawkeye show is actually going to be about their relationship. Maybe what Lila thinks about all this. But legit.
So instead of WandaVision, it's going to be Rocket Hawk.
Yeah. Or
Rocket.
Rocket Eye. Rocket. I like
Hawk
that.
Rocket.
I like that. I
Rocket Eye.
I just got kicked in the dick.
Rocket in the pocket.
And I think I enjoyed it. I think I liked when the show Loki kicked me in the dick.
Rocket in the pocket. Ooh, ah.
I am feeling things. Things I do not fully understand.
I look forward to being thoroughly disappointed by the show if I eventually get around to watching it.
I think for some people they may not get the ending immediately. But I read comic books, so I know what the ending means. And it means a lot. Honestly, the show's really good, dude. Like, I think anybody can enjoy it, like, if they can get into the character. Holy shit. How do I play video games now? I guess we just do it. Where's Mortis? I actually need to pet him. Hey, buddy. No, not you, Nana, although I'll pet you too. She just started wagging her tail when I yelled for Mort. She was like, me, right? No. Growl for the camera so they know you're here. It's just looking at me. Alright, well, I'll be the idiot. So what were you guys talking about?
Nothing really. Just kind of chilling.
I like that. I need that. I'm ashamed I'm not as smart as the people who make those shows. I wish I was that smart. I'd be a millionaire. I'd be fucking anybody I wanted to 24/7. Actually, having sex 24 hours a day, 8 days a week, doesn't actually sound that great to me.
Oh, so you'd be Harvey Weinstein.
What did Harvey Weinstein do? Did he have sex 24/7? Or did
It was
he not
very
have
inappropriate towards basically every woman in Hollywood.
I don't like that. I like to hope I respect women.
As long as you like to hope, it's okay.
Well, if just one day someone was like, "You're terrible to women," I would be like, "Well, time to change my entire behavior about everything." Or if someone was like, "You're just terrible to everybody." If someone was like, "You're terrible to dudes," I'd probably be like, "Yeah, fucking deal with it." But if it was like, "You're terrible to everyone and we hate you," I'd be like, "Yeah, well, fine. I'll do a mulligan on this thing we call personality." I feel like I need to scream. Can I scream?
Mute yourself first.
Probably.
No, I can just take the headset off. I can like put it away from my mouth and scream. Watch, I can like put it over here, just over here. Ah! See, that probably wasn't that loud, right?
I turned my mic down just in case.
It wasn't that loud.
I put the headset far away from me. It didn't do anything.
Way over there.
It didn't change anything. I want to do drugs now.
Don't do that.
I don't have any. This is a non-issue. I just want to do things that will change my mood. Because I feel weird things. Mortis, kill a hooker. For my amusement. Now he'll have to go do it. I just don't think he knows what a hooker is yet. So he probably just went to go kill somebody.
It's just like, Kneale, are those the ones that hang up the clothes in the closet with the hooks? Are they the hookers?
He kills my, like, shelf in my closet that I put coats on. I walk in, there's just blood in there. Mort, what did you do? What you asked, dick. You're welcome.
All fantastic. All proceeds keeping espresso for a little longer.
Millie!
Why do I let
Hello.
things affect me like this? Why do I care about things? Why do I have a heart?
Probably because it's the most important part of your entire existence, and if you didn't care about this, there'd be nothing else.
Oh, Elvish, way to throw existentialism into my crisis. Thanks.
Millie.
Yes. Tom said, "Do you want Mortis to play GTA?"
If I had a cat that could play video games, I'd be a millionaire by now.
I've won 2, Alice.
I wish the fact that he likes movies was enough, because Mortis does like movies. But that's not cute enough.
Someone was just like, I mean... I'm a cat that plays video games, says Som.
Yeah, but I mean like this one. Like I wish
So
my
sounds-
cat did it. And plus, then for streaming, if I ever get bored, I could just be like, Mortis. But literally, oh my god, I just realized I forgot I was streaming. And I just realized all I've done in this game is run in circles. I'm not
You do
playing
that a
the
lot
game.
Anyway.
Well, yeah, but that's usually when I'm like, you know, talking about something important. Here I'm just like, so. Inside.
You do that a lot anyway.
Don't sass me right now. I am in a state.
Okay, I'll message you later.
I'm short-handed as
You're in
Thanks.
the state of Indiana, that is true.
would be amazing.
I'm in a state of mind, Elvish. I think I'm breaking.
I'll take all the help I
Oh,
can.
I can fight Abomination now. That'll be nice. I can also say I was right. That's something else I can say because I had a theory in like episode 2 and I think I was right. I gotta rewatch. I may have been right. I went back to running. I need to go play the game now.
Ugh. Hey Alice! That wasn't much for conversation last night. I fell asleep to the sound of your voice. Aww. Am I that boring? No, I know,
You're
I know.
soothing. Sounds like someone else needs to take their headset off and scream.
The pterodactyl has come to play.
No, Elvish, you're the pterodactyl. I'm the bird.
Who is watching me? Reaper says, what did you think of the finale, Kneale?
Can't wait to play some Graveyard Keeper. Hey, are we still down for Dark Alliance tomorrow?
The finale was good, Reaper. It was really good. Painful. But good.
That reminds me as well, we need to bloody... We either need to get Pat to just do Dead Island 1, or I'm really itching to play Riptide with you.
Yeah. If we do end up, like, we could end up just playing with new characters. Because I would be down to play a Jon, unless you want to play Jon. Because Jon's fun. He's very fun. Being able to just run up and punch a zombie to death is really fucking fun. It's really stupid, but it's really fun. You have Riptide? If you want to play through the first game and get a character that has full, like just like enough levels to finish the game. Because that's practically what we did. We just finished the game and we're like level, what, 37?
7? Yeah.
You and Pat want to get up on your levels, we could totally do that. But yeah, tomorrow, sometime around, for you it'd be around, probably 12 or 1. Because you're an hour behind me.
It's either a 9 or 10 out of 10, Reaper. I don't know which one.
Ooh, that is a cool outfit for Rampart. The Wastelander skin.
Oh yeah,
So
I like
cool.
it. It looks like Mad Max.
Mm.
I will figure out my number later.
I don't like any of the other skins. Any of the other event skins, well, except for the ones we haven't seen, I'm not a big fan of. I don't like the Pathfinder one. I like more because he's got a cute little dog on his visor, on his machine chest. But the Revenant one looks dumb.
Good.
Don't really like the Pathfinder one, but I like the puppy. Jesus. Not good shit. I just realized Crypto's nails are painted in the skin.
Ooh.
I like painted nails on characters. I think it looks good.
I think they were. Oh, maybe they're not. Maybe that was just two of the, maybe he just has, those gloves that just have, like, 2 fingers.
I was designing a dude the other day, and I remember just thinking this dude would look good with blue nail polish, so I just gave the dude blue nail polish. Fuck gender norms.
I don't wear nail polish, but I don't know if I can do my job. Cause I feel like the oil and shit would like rub it off and shit like that.
Well done, Avengers. The guard post is unaware of our presence in the area.
Are there any ladies there that got nail polish on?
Very few.
Well, I would say that they would be your controlled experiment then, but I guess there aren't any, sorry.
There were at McDonald's, but most of those were just like the order takers. Excited to see you play Graveyard Keeper Elvish, says Alice.
Oh, absolutely.
I want to paint my nails, I just don't know if I can due to the oil and stuff.
If you get a different job, you should go for it.
I was going to at my last job, but then I got fired.
What color?
I was thinking about either black or purple.
Black is your style, but purple would look nice.
Yeah, I like purple a lot too.
Purple's a good color. My hair's purple.
I also thought about doing the pan flag.
That could be fun. What colors are the pan flag? I always forget.
Cyan, yellow, and pink. Like a magenta, like a hot pink.
I always kind of thought it looked like Easter.
It is kind of. They are kind of Easter colors.
I'm not scared, robot. I have arrows.
Another enemy defeated.
Stop teleporting.
Another agent down.
Ow.
Okay, cool.
Did Christy join your stream when I ended?
No.
Unfortunate. Ow. Help.
Man, my drone helped out a lot in that situation.
Drones are cool.
This character's ability is a drone.
Oh, which one is that? Is that the lady?
Oh, his name's Crypto.
Oh,
He's Korean.
the super dog.
Well done. That squad member has been neutralized. The team are no longer a threat.
There we go. Much better.
Okay, folks. The short of it is, because the gamma process mutates DNA.
A good match is
the
crypto.
abomination clone
Never
we're
normally
looking
play
for
this well
was
as him.
never human in the first place. No transformation, all monster. Surprisingly,
He's kind of a very
because it's radiation,
situational character.
still got to be exposed to Terrigen to activate our powers.
So wait. This abomination isn't Abomination? It's a clone of Abomination? What? That seems needlessly complicated.
Oh, because it is.
Why couldn't it just be Abomination?
Look for a chest with gear nearby.
This angers me. I got cubes! Oh, fucking finally. That is some good news. I got cubes. I needed those. I needed some cubes. I am in a better place. I want everyone to realize I have just sunken into my couch.
These enemies must be
I am so comfortable right now.
Where the hell did that other shot come from?
It was God. He's trying to snipe you.
There is a chest with gear close by.
Well, I want the gear. I guess I'll ignore the fight to go get it. Oh, nope, those are laser beams.
I don't mean to call it back, but that's fine.
Ooh, that was cool. Hulk threw somebody at me and I sent them in the opposite direction with my arrows. That was really cool. Why am I purple?
Why are you purple?
I don't know. Oh, I don't mean the costume. I just started glowing purple for no reason. Wouldn't that be something though if I just looked at Hawkeye or even my own hair and just went, why? Why is this the way it is? God damn it, when does the mission end? I just want to fight Abomination. Stay where you are, stay where you are. Thank you. By the way, how am I beating up robots with a sword? Have you ever tried hitting metal with metal? It doesn't work out. Have you ever hit metal with metal?
Yes.
It like vibrates your hands, right? Doesn't work. Like if you hit like a post with a baseball bat, just watch, it'll hurt you.
I have heard him in Dimension 20. Kneale's been watching a lot of that.
Who asked? Who asked about
Alice.
Dimension 20? Alice, what's your favorite season?
Jarvis, is there anything in AIM's database on how this clone might differ from the original? I'd
I really like Fantasy High, which is kind of like they're like the first one they did. But they've done a lot. Like they've, you know how Matt has the one like really big campaign, and then he goes to other campaigns. Like he, you know how he does one big long story. Dimension 20 kind of does like, they do long ass episodes of like 2 hours and shit, like 3 hours about, but like there's there's a new episode of Dimension 20 coming out today.
Alice just started watching Fantasy High.
I'm getting happy. Fantasy High is really good. Fantasy High Season 1 is free on YouTube. Season 2 is not free. Season 2 costs money. You'd probably also like Magic and Misfits, which is their newest one, Alice. I really love Fantasy High, the first one. You're in for some really funny shit.
There is an elite AIM unit near.
Some good character moments. Brennan's a genius. I love Brennan so much. Oh, somebody commented. Oh, okay, time to set up. Kristen comments, hey Neil, how does Darude Sandstorm go again?
I know.
I don't know.
That's the whole song.
Well, there's your answer, Kristen. It apparently goes with some other steps in there.
Yeah.
For a brief second, it sounded like you were doing the Captain America theme. The whole da 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 da. Fun fact, weirdly enough, the currently one of the few Dimension 20 games that I have not seen all the way through is the one with Matt Mercer in it.
Which one is that the one where they're playing as like evil characters?
Yes, it is.
I watched that one.
It is a skit. You've seen Brennan.
I watched that one.
It is Escape from Hell's Keep or something like that.
Yeah. He was like Matt Mercer was like a warlock or some shit. Hexblade thing. Maybe evil paladin, I can't remember exactly.
I think it's an evil paladin, because he's like really into the he's really into the friggin' guy who died, their god. Kristen comments, hey Neil, if the Hawkeye show ends up sucking, will you be the first to admit it? I think what people don't realize with me in the Hawkeye show is that I have wanted this my entire life. So therefore, the fact that I am getting it, I am pretty grateful just for that. But you also must realize that my expectations could never be higher. If it ends up bad, I will not be nice to it. I will probably be more upset than most. So, yes, I probably would be the first to admit it if it sucks. Unless there was like an in denial period. Fuck you, Abomination. You're in the new Shang-Chi movie. Don't really have a joke for that. I just wanted to mention it. Kristen also says when Captain America froze his mighty shield. Well, all those who oppose his mighty shield must yield. Skylar, can you hear me? Are you dead? Did you die?
I'm here.
Did you die, though?
I died in game.
Elvish died.
So there's a server. There's a server I'm in where there's somebody asked like, oh, we need DandD players, and I'm like,
I'll play DandD. Could be fun. We could play. We could play DandD together. That'd be fun. I literally just shot Abomination in the knee. Do you think the reason they're calling him a clone is because I'm gonna kill him at the end?
Possibly.
Kristen asks, can I... You can't. Kristen asks, can I call Sky Daddy? But also says, did you say no or oh?
You said oh. I mean, technically yes.
Skylar is a father.
But yes, you can call me that if you'd like.
Father.
The Abomination clone is defeated.
Oh no! Get the gear! Get the gear, Thor! Thor, get the gear!
Don't know why you asked Kneale if you could call me something. Okay.
Because no matter how much this person sees you as a daddy, they know I'm the boss bitch.
Sure.
Abomination took an arrow to the knee. I said that.
A little too unprofessional, but that was intense. Clone Abomination.
Hey, he's gonna be a guard for Skyrim's Jarls now.
Awesome job. It was a pleasure to watch
That would be
you
a
work.
big
I was taking
guard.
notes. It's probably not the last.
Nobody would fuck with that Jarl.
Why the hell couldn't the plot of Black Widow just be about Budapest? I don't know. I like the movie. I think it would have been cooler if Hawkeye was in it for obvious reasons, but on its own, it's good. It's a good movie.
Boy.
It is completely not fair to compare it to Loki, though. Loki is a million times better. Oh, and it stuck the landing, so it's staying where it is on my list. It is definitely my second favorite thing Marvel's ever done, and that is an achievement. Jesus Christ, that is an achievement. No, Neil, you're the boss, baby. Same thing. Don't think Alec Baldwin is a boss-ass bitch. Alec Baldwin doms on the regs.
Alec Baldwin is definitely somebody.
What kind of fucking name is Alec?
His.
You know what? You're right. I retract my argument. I still haven't seen Loki. Please don't kill me. I'm not gonna kill you.
We've had
It's
word
pretty
that
good.
AIM has sent bounty
I'm just gonna
hunters
hurt
into
you.
urban areas to search for
Really?
inhumans.
Really?
Some have been sent to Jersey City. It's imperative that you stop them.
No, Loki's very good. You're right. Loki's a good show. It just hurt me. Just hurt me. Marvel hurts me. This episode didn't make me cry, though. The finale didn't make me cry, chat. The last episode made me cry. I am just very excited for where the MCU is heading after that finale. That is it.
I will scan the area for AIM signatures and update your HUD. Be on your guard.
Where did Mortis go? Mortis left. Kneale, do you think Jared Leto could be a phenomenal Joker if under the right direction? Do you have any Jared Leto Joker opinions, Sky?
It was a thing.
You liked Suicide Squad the first time you saw it. And then we both neutrally agreed we hated it later. I liked it the first time I saw it too, and then later I hated it.
Backup has arrived.
I think Jared Leto was fine in the Snyder Cut. I think he has never gotten an opportunity to fully show his Joker. So, maybe his Joker could be really good. I don't know. I'd love to see it. I think they just went too far into, like, the style. To at first, people were into it, but then everybody got turned off because, like, when he had nothing to do, and with all that makeup and all those tattoos and stuff, he just kind of looked like a poser.
I have returned.
I lost Mortis. He went to go kill the hooks in my closet.
So I've been furiously making DandD characters. Just because.
Acknowledging you have an addiction is the first step to fixing it.
Did you know that artificers have a few cleric spells?
I did.
Yeah, you can use Revivify as a fucking artificer.
Yeah.
Frickin' awesome.
Terry saved Vex's life with that.
Did he?
Yeah, and Calip's.
I don't remember that.
By the way, Kristen says, "Hello, Elvish. How are you?"
G'day, Kristen. I'm well.
I've sent their location to your HUD.
Sam says, "Welcome back."
Hello, son.
Did you know that there is a way for the monks that also get some healing abilities?
Yeah.
That one's pretty cool.
It's 'cause cheat.
And what I'm thinking of doing is I have a couple characters already, a couple sonas of mine.
You want to know something
snow
that's...
leopards, who are snow leopards.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to make one a way of the mercy monk, and one of them a cleric.
That's cool. You know what's weird about D&D Beyond?
Yes.
According to them, the main thing that people use their site for is to make countless characters.
Head for the location.
Yeah, but you can only make 6 without a subscription or whatever.
That's why people get the subscription. I'm sure it's one of the reasons.
I've made 6 already.
Kristen says I'll keep the jokes about Kneale and Elvish to a minimum.
Duh!
Why?
We don't.
Looking for inhumans. Best be quick.
Come on, I just want to finish this fucking battle pass.
I would fucking love it, because there very realistically could be a day where the night before my wedding, I make jokes about snogging Elvish. That's very realistic to happen in my life if I ever get married, which I would like to one day. Sky, this is your intervention, says Kristen. Kristen also says, how many D&D characters have you made?
Well, there's 6 on my my D&D Beyond, and I have another one in mind, which is that cleric. There's 7. I haven't finished their backstories, but a few of them I have pretty well thought out ones. Because I made up I actually pretty much... My Kobold Artificer is the one I have the most thought out. But I also have Cade, who is my Aasimar character.
Yeah, chat. If Skylar needs an intervention, it should be made aware that Skylar seems to only have 7 characters. I have 26. So, maybe we should switch gears here.
I also have Xanthia, my lizard folk warlock.
Meanwhile, Elvis is just sitting there like, they think they're cool.
D&D is cool. Shut it, nerd.
Are you talking to me or Elvish? Or the version of Elvish that eased me in this hyperbole? I've lost track of what reality is. Hey Neil, you think Jeremy Johns and Chris Stuckman are secretly bitter rivals? I've heard those names before, can't remember who they are.
The problem I'm having with my warlock is I want her to be kind of more... Then again, I guess they don't have to be... They don't have to necessarily follow the same beliefs as their patron. But I'm trying to find a patron that would fit her more. 'Cause she's a seductress. But she likes fire, so I'm probably gonna go with either the way of the pact of the genie or the pact of the fiend. Because you can get the pact of the genie is pretty cool. You get your own like container of some sort, and you can go into that container like a genie, and then later on in your levels you can have like up to 10 willing creatures come into the bottle or whatever you have with you. Pretty awesome.
Are you still streaming, Elvie?
I'm not streaming now.
Whoa. What are you playing then?
I'm on YouTube.
Whoa.
Elvish doing something that's not games.
Elvish is a rebel. Well, I gotta be real, dude. The conversation I was gonna start with be like, oh, what are you playing? Do you enjoy it? What are you watching, man?
I'm just watching creepy videos.
Those are fun.
Ooh. How are they creepy? Tell us about them.
Yeah, which creepy videos?
Things like creepy sounds in the woods.
Nice.
Unexplained, like, figures here and there.
Always fun.
Is it a top 10
No. The one I was watching was the channel is called Bizarre Bub.
I've never heard of that one.
They the primary thing that they do are scary compilations, as they call them.
Right.
And they're very simple. They get straight into the video, they get straight into like the things, and for one of them, for example, it was actually really cool because he was like, even though this video is very obviously fake, it's impressively well done and still quite creepy. So even he will admit this video is obviously fake, but I wanted to include it here because of how creepy it is.
I like those kind of videos too.
I do like those. I do like it when it's fake, but everyone's a part of the fun. However, Kristen's one comment after this creepy conversation is, "Ooh, you call him Elvie now, do you?" I have called
Are you
Elvish.
fucking kidding me?
I have called Elvish Elvie for a very long time now, and my experience with it, and I'm sure this isn't the case. I'm sure other people did this before me, but my experience with it was I called Elvish Elvie, and then the next day I noticed Chris was also doing it. And then I slowly noticed that everyone started to call Elvish Elvie. And I'm not saying I was the first person, it just felt like I was the first person.
This guy, like, stopped reviving me at the last second, and I guess he thought I was revived.
It's funny, because the first time anyone, I believe, called me, like, by my name in a sort of, I guess, semi-affectionate way was a streamer that I've known for about over 5 years now, maybe more. And every time I'd come in, he'd periodically just be like, "Hey, Elfie." And every time I go in, he just calls me Elfie. And then a lot of people just tend to, like you, just call me Elvie now. Or Laddie, or yada yada. There was a cool moment last night where I followed this one woman she's a partnered streamer, and her content, like, on YouTube and stuff like that is fantastic. Like, she played through the entire Kingdom Hearts series for the first time, which was a joy. And I went in and I thought, you know what, I'm just gonna give her a follow, and then I'm gonna donate 100 bits with a message. And I was just like, your content always makes me happy. I think you're an absolute darling. All the love to you and to everyone in chat. And she, like, as soon as the message was coming through, she went, "Oh, shh, shh, shh." And she immediately stopped what she was talking about to listen to it. And she just went, "Oh, I don't even know what to say. Thank you." And she's one of the only people who didn't mispronounce me as Elvish Lady. She looked very closely and was like, "Elvish Laddie." It was awesome.
Man.
I mean,
And she's a great example of, like, she's got over like 21,000 followers. She's a partnered streamer, she's on YouTube and everything, but she has one of the most beautiful, genuine attitudes I've ever come across.
that sounds awesome. I'm happy for this person.
She's also a chaotic bisexual, which is awesome.
That is also pretty cool. Chaotic is a funny word.
She, I think she first properly, the first time I ever really noticed her was when she was playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. And she was just like, "This is my sexuality. My sexuality is this game. I want everyone." I want Jesse, I want Cloud, I want Tifa, I want Aerith, I want Barrett. And it's just, it's like this one other woman who was playing Hades. And
Chaotic bisexual, you say? That's almost pansexual?
exactly. And this other woman was playing Hades at one point, and one of the fights you have in the game is between Theseus and Asterius. so Theseus and the Minotaur. And as soon as the Minotaur came about and was talking, she was like, "No, I'm not simping for the bull. No, mm-mm,
Why not?
no." And then she looked and she was like, "Why did they make his arms so big? I can't stop looking at them." It was great.
There was a very similar moment. I have referenced Brennan Lee Mulligan playing as Tony the Tiger in a D&D before, where he ends by talking about gods and saying they're great. But another thing he says at the beginning is that, like, they're filling out his character, and one of his, like, abilities is maybe furries are into me, because, essentially, like, they talk about how, Kellogg's was a little surprised with some of the treatment of Tony the Tiger from the fan base. And Brennan just looks in the camera and replies, "Well, I understand that. A lot of people don't want certain kinds of advertisements. And, Kellogg, if you want that to stop, there's just one simple thing you gotta do. You gotta make the tiger less fuckable." And I fucking love that.
That chiseled jawline.
There's a chest with gear.
There are people who are really, really into Tony the Tiger.
Yeah, that also reminds me of one of the episodes fairly recently to what I listened to of Campaign 2 Critical Role, because they were acting as sailors, and Sam's walking up as not disguised, and he's like, "I look like Captain Crunch, by the way."
I saw that before you deleted it, asshole. Kristen comments, Kneale radiates chaotic bisexual energy.
It's true.
I have found...
It's quite the attitude.
Thanks, buddy. Thank you for supporting me on my straightness. Thanks.
You're welcome.
As if I don't have a fucking enough to deal with the internet. I've said a couple times that if I ever had, like, feelings for a dude, I would act on him. Which at one point in my life, I did think I had a crush on Elvish. So I guess, theoretically, it could have gone in that direction.
Well, Elvish is a fucking bean, so...
I think Elvish is just a personality I had never encountered before. Like, Elvish just had an energy I wanted to, like, be around. And I think mentally I mistook that for attraction.
And then I got to know him and I realized he was a fucking idiot.
Well, you're my brother, man. Like, you're one of my best friends in the world.
I realized he was a furry. Ugh.
I got to know Elvish, and I realized that I would never want to ruin what we have with romance.
I mean, I wouldn't say no to a good session of cuddling.
I'm not against a cuddle sesh. I'm not. Well, Kneale, you are a big cuddly teddy bear. Thank you. I'm actually small, and I am a red panda. Furry adjacent.
We know.
I have to clarify, because if not, people will say it on their own. So if I say it first, they have no reason to say it. You two bounce off of each other really well. The charisma and the partnership I have with these two gentlemen I am currently in the party with is something I cannot describe. It is, quite frankly, it feels like cheating. It feels like cheating how easy it is to make jokes with these two. it feels like I'm not even putting in the effort because I have two incredibly funny people to do that shit for me. It makes me feel lazy, and I love it.
We bounce off each other so well that we damn near pop the pillows.
Not what I meant.
You could say waterbeds are non-existent in
Not
their
what
house.
I meant. We are going down a path that I did not intend. Neil, bring back the baby voice. What do you want me to say in it? I sing songs and I say words.
You need to reach those cells
I drink and I
before
know
they move to a more
things.
secure location.
Still haven't watched that show, but I know that quote.
It's a very good quote.
I do like that quote. I heard another quote earlier that I liked on Talks Machina, but I can't remember what it was.
I drink and I throw things.
It was bouncing off of something Taliesin said.
If they remade the Hangover movie with you guys, I'd watch it in a heartbeat. Skylar knows this. I don't think Elvish does.
Tipo not Saka.
I'm about to tell a story of Stupid Neil. Can we go back to Stupid Neil for a minute?
Free, yes, free.
And before someone makes a joke like, did we ever leave Stupid Neil? The answer is yes. We did.
I was
leave
going to
Stupid
say
Neil.
that, but you know, it's just too easy.
We did leave Stupid Neil. And I want you to realize that this is the
There's a
improved
difference, says
Neil.
Chris.
Yes, guys, there's a difference, and you're about to see what it was. I liked the movie Hangover so much. I've said this to Skylar before. Skylar knows what I'm about to say. I have suggested that we take some sort of memory loss thing, drug, pill, whatever it is, go to Vegas and lose somebody and spend the next day trying to find them. I have said that before, not realizing the danger that implies, the illegality of what it would lead to, and, overall, the stupidity of actively choosing to lose your brain. And here's the worst part, chat. I kind of still want to do it. I kind of want a situation where one day I wake up and somebody in my friend group is gone and I have to use clues to figure it out. Because I love mysteries. I don't want to do drugs to achieve it, though. I want it to just happen.
You want it to just happen. Do you wear the suit that makes you... Okay.
Kristen deleted whatever you just said. I'm calling you out on this.
Yeah, Chris. You're still here.
Chris, like, just made
Do
a
you mind
joke.
ridding my chat of this man? Thank you.
What happened? Hell, they what happened?
Furry, do you wear that suit that makes you look like an idiot? Not even gonna answer my question. Pussy! Fucking idiot.
What's happening? Hello?
A troll, Neil.
A troll.
Oh, I'll
There was a reason we weren't saying anything. They don't need to get the spotlight.
I wasn't
Cause
looking.
they're bitches!
Exactly.
You'll end up waking up in a bathtub with your kidney stolen? I don't need them.
I'm out of ammo. That's no good.
These guys seem shocked that the Avengers took the side of people with superpowers. Some of the Avengers have superpowers. This shouldn't have been a shock for them.
I would argue that most of the Avengers have superpowers.
I mean, a couple don't. It's half and half. It's, Thor, Cap, Hulk, they have powers. Iron Man, Clint, and Natasha do not. However, that's just the founding members. Or not really the founding members, but, you know, the default roster that we usually get. Bitch, I don't need your kidneys. They are of no use to me.
Bitch, I don't need your kidneys.
I play PC games. I am a god.
That's how they feel sometimes.
I also watch Rick and Morty. Meaning I'm like an uber god.
Very intelligent.
Oh, apparently, one of the recent episodes of Rick and Morty has a race of sentient horse people.
Oh?
And
Chris
a lot of people...
Chris did his hack emote when he said that.
Yep. And, a lot of people were just like, are you serious?
Sometimes.
You give us the slut dragons in the previous season, and now you're giving us a race of sentient, attractive horse people?
Hey, they're eventually going to, I feel like the furry fandom needs to, like, evolve to, like, be included into things anyway, because fuck what people think about us. We're not that bad. We're cool.
Yeah. We're literally the same level of cringe as basically any other fandom out there.
As Rick and Morty.
Yeah.
Except I don't think we go to McDonald's and fucking jump onto a fucking counter and do some stupid shit.
Hey Neil,
and I think they even made fun of that in like the following episode, or the following season, sorry. They literally referenced that and were just like, stop being fucking idiots, okay?
There's a reference in the current...
They're not welcome here.
There's a reference in the current season, I've seen a clip of it, where they make fun of the fan base too. They go, a crowd is booing Rick, and he says, and I quote, "I don't care that you're booing. I've seen what makes you cheer."
Yeah, I love that. That's such a good thing. It's just like, I've seen what made you cheer. Why do I care if you boo me?
I have things to say about that, but first I want to read chat because I'm a little behind. Ooh, could you and Elvish enact a scene featuring Quagmire and Wendy Oldbag where he's trying to seduce her? It's up to Elvish. Hey Neil, can you do what?
Oh no, go on.
Hey Neil, can you do a Rick Sanchez impression? Sure, I'll read your next comment doing it. It's not good. Seems like the creators have been spending too much on RE34, Morty.
Morty.
My Rick has a stutter.
Morty, more stuff for the E621 crowd, Morty. Morty.
Hey Elvish, can you do an impression of Mark Hamill's Joker? Well, real fast, I want to talk about the furry acceptance thing, because I think the only issue people have with it is when it goes sexual, and my response to that is, yo assholes, you have fetishes too. Shut up.
Sex is a thing, dude.
Get over it. This is like...
I feel like sex should be less of a fucking taboo thing.
I feel like, honestly, we've lived so long. How are we really gonna say, are we really gonna shame any fetish?
I know why sex became taboo. Christianity.
As long as people aren't getting hurt, and if they are getting hurt, they're getting hurt consensually and not in any like
Should-
super
hopefully.
harmful way.
Oh, harder, Daddy! Son? Still one of the best moments.
I follow a couple artists on Twitter that do a lot of fan art of Hell of a Boss. And for a while, Norman Reedus' character was real big. And there's still a lot of people who who draw his character.
Did I ever tell you guys about the Kneale's a bigot theories? There were a couple people on the channel who... This was at the time when some of my content was getting censored. And I didn't know about it, so maybe they had, like, maybe they knew that was happening and they had more of a leg to stand on with this.
Right.
But, there were people who thought, since I actively will not say I'm a furry or anything, that I am actually a bigot against furries. And that I actually secretly hate them.
And again, there's also people in the LGBT community who will be just like, "Oh, you don't like, you're one of the straights. You fuck you." But it's like I have literally said, like, on my streams
Like
before.
that.
I know, I was it was my intention. I've literally had moments where I will actively on stream or whatever, I'll just be like, fucking heteros, am I right? And it's always in fun, but there's a lot of LGBT people who seem to legitimately just be extremely hostile. Like, I've encountered so many people in the LGBT community who are, like, ridiculously hostile to pretty much everything. And it's like, really? Like,
Chris says...
Real fast, guy. The reason the game is paused, guys, Mort jumped onto my lap and he's getting attention right now.
oh,
Chris says, why would you have like 50% of your 50% if your friends be furries if you hated them? If your friends, yeah.
That's where some of the theories come in, because there were theories about this. So, there is one stream where I find out somebody
For the
is
same reason. Go ahead.
There's one stream where I find out somebody is a furry on stream, and I seem surprised by it. And because of that reaction, people have determined that I became friends with these people before I knew they were furries, and therefore I liked them, and my hatred of their beliefs wasn't enough to push them out.
I'm very intrigued. This lifeline I've been really cautious about because they've been like finding things and pinging them and waiting for me. Because I've been cautious of grabbing things because I was like, maybe they're gonna grab it right at the last second. They dropped their shield and I guess they dropped it for me. But they've actually been pretty good about it, so it's good.
I think
and like Chris said,
Chris also,
yeah, my ex was like that, extremely hostile towards straight people. Yeah, and it's like, that's something that really baffles me, because, as I've said to people before, I will stipulate this until the end of time. It doesn't matter if you're black, it doesn't matter if you're white, it doesn't matter if you're straight, gay, blah 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 blah. If you're a dickhead, you're a dickhead. It has nothing to do with your sexual orientation, it has nothing to do with your skin color, where you come from. It is literally a case of, you are an absolute dickhead, and I don't want anything to do with you.
Right.
And
Yeah.
that's something that I will stand by until the end of time.
I think I read all of the messages out on stream once, but there was a dude who was gay and was trying to get with me, and they were just very forceful, and I was like, no. And to the point where it like almost felt like my feelings didn't matter, And one day I was talking to Maddie or something, and she said, "Congratulations, you know what it's like to be objectified." And I think that's kind of true. Like, I guess being objectified is literally being viewed as like you're something for somebody else to interact with, whether it be sexually or in just some sort of a manner where they're not thinking about how you feel.
Plus, there's also the case of people who, especially with like the LGBT community, there are people outside of it who will actively fetishize certain things. Like, several years ago, there was this horrible story of these two women who were a couple on a bus, and there was a group of straight guys nearby who were just like, "Oh, come on, give us a kiss. Come on, kiss for us. It'll be hot." And when they didn't, the group of guys wound up bashing the two women, who then went to the police. And it's such a warped, like, this warped view of these other people, because it literally becomes that case of these like valid individuals who have their preferences, and it's just like it's completely fetishized. And there's a lot of people who look at it just like, oh, the sex, blah 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 blah, because that's how a great deal of people view it. They don't view it as these being actual like proper people who are valid and who are deserving of who they are. They see it as, oh, like, even two guys. One of the first things a lot of people will be like is, oh, they do it up the butt. Oh, that's gross, blah, blah, blah. Which, first off, there are gay couples out there who don't do that. There are entire couples who do not just have never had interest in that. They just care about being together.
Yeah.
But a wide variety of people just have this stipulation within their mind that, yeah. Yes.
And hands.
And
a few other.
And if you want to do nothing at all, like LV was saying, like, that's fine too.
Exactly, Chris. Yeah. My parents, at least outwardly, seem to equate being homosexual to being a sexual deviant. Exactly. Which I also grew up with as well. There were countless people in my family, like my brothers and everything like that, who would constantly just seem to think, like, you know, if you were anything other than straight, you were a deviant. Like, you were a sexual deviant, blah, 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 blah. And then there was even one day where I just outwardly was like, what about straight people? And they're like, but straight people are moral. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
No, listen. Secret time here. I know Skylar and Elvish are more, like, talkative about it. I might be the kinkiest fucker here. I mean that honestly.
It wouldn't surprise me.
I Google some weird shit, and I can admit that.
You'll have to send me stuff.
No, no, that is for me.
Send them the lemon stealing whore.
I will send you lemon stealing whore. Lemon stealing whore is very good. But
it's very funny.
Yeah, shout out to my grandma, because literally at a point where I was trying to be bigoted because I thought that's what the church wanted. Like, I was trying to hate gay people because I thought that's what the church wanted. That is a real story, by the way. I was actively like, no, being gay was wrong, when I truly did not care, but I was trying to.
I just love that. When I was trying to be someone should make a sketch of that. Just the man who would be bigot. Just, I'm trying so hard to hate people,
look,
but
truly,
I can't do it. I just don't care.
I truly don't hate anybody, and like looking at people who are completely happy and living their lives and going, "You're wrong." Always like, no, that's not me. I tried. It was one of the many reasons why I turned against the church. But shout out to my grandma, who still identifies herself as a Christian. And when I did that shit, she said, to me, and I quote, "You should be fucking ashamed of yourself." And I was like, what? And she was like, there is nothing fucking wrong with other people loving who they love. Shut up and stop talking about this. And I did. I shut up and stopped talking about it until I was smart enough to realize, oh shit, yeah, I'm an idiot, and I was following bad lessons.
DJ, thank you so much for the raid, and welcome in, everybody. Spy Blossom, Milk for Life, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to Shinobi's Den, my friend. Hope
You guys
enjoy
should make
yourself.
that comedy sketch. I have a comedy sketch about a terrorist who's just way too polite. I really have to blow up this building, guys. I don't know what you want me to do here. Look, I understand it inconveniences you, but this is kind of a thing. I've got it. No, stop crying, please.
I'm sorry, guys. It's a part of my religion.
If you keep crying, I'm gonna cry, and this is upsetting us both now. You're
Really
a bad
sensitive.
person. Do you see what you're making happen to me? You're trying to kill us. I don't want to kill you. I just have to. I don't think I'm gonna bring religion into it, though, Sky.
I'm not crying. You're crying.
Sorry you had to go through that, Elvish. It's fucking bullshit. Like, end of the day.
I just realized that one of my teammates' names is a lucky turd.
Literally, anytime you're in a situation, and I had this conversation with somebody the other day on Instagram, who was literally just making fun of people for having theories about a show. Anytime you are in a situation where you feel like you are in a place where you get to make fun of somebody else, you immediately need to fucking take a step back. Because, like, jokes are one thing.
Unless it's making fun of you, because we know you can take it.
No, even then, like, if there's ever a day you think that it's, like, affecting me, like, it's hurting me, you guys need to take a step back and view that as, like, a certainty. Because if you can hurt somebody with your words, just fucking realize that words are powerful. Words fuck people up. I have heard sentences that will stick with me for the rest of my life. And the person who said that, those words, don't even fucking realize that I still think about them. That is something that will affect everybody. So if you have a chance to fucking say something that could affect somebody, make sure it affects them in the right ways. Because if you're saying an insult, like my grandma did when she told me to shut the fuck up, it was for a good reason. So, if you're gonna insult somebody, make sure you're doing it to try and have the end goal of, well, I'm arguing for what's right and shit like that. Don't just fucking be a dick because it's fun.
Yeah, a DJ said, yeah, words do be messing with peeps. That's why I try to be positive as much as I can, which is very commendable, my friend.
Welcome in, Helen. Or Helen man.
It's very hard to be positive all the time.
Heelamanster. Heelamanster.
I think that's also a really good thing to acknowledge, and people have even talked about it before, is that feeling of toxic positivity, and that it actually is a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I get it all the fucking time. Go ahead, though.
I was just going to say that a lot of people are like, you know, don't be negative all the time, blah, 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 which is absolutely true. But there are many people who just, and my mum even talked about this way back in the day, where she would go to church. And one of the things that was constantly reinforced is, do not be negative. God doesn't like you when you're negative. Be positive all the time. And
I want to play that game, We Happy Few.
yes! Yeah, absolutely.
That game always looked interesting. Even when I saw like the first trailer.
Where are the other enemies? But I'm with you. Like, there's also, like, here's the thing, and this is like a lesson I had to learn the hard way, to the point where sometimes I now, like, underestimate myself and stuff. I think that every person in the world needs to be more acceptable about being wrong. We as humans are constantly getting shit wrong. We are always getting shit wrong. So why is it so bad for us to admit that?
Because I think we're, from an early age, a great deal of society, just, especially with upbringing, for many people, it doesn't incentivize that thing of being wrong. There's no real fostering of, you know, if you are wrong about something, treat it with the way you would treat anything else. Treat it with something where it's like, I was wrong about this. I admit that I made a mistake, and I am more than happy to admit that. But I think a great deal of people are just so...
One sec, LV. Sorry. Manster, I apologize that I never learned how to say your name, but thank you for popping in and have a good night. I just wanted to say that before you leave. I'm so sorry I interrupted you, LV.
I believe it's Hellemanster.
Probably. It's Dutch.
Yeah. But, yeah, all I was going to say is that we're filled with a great deal of pride and everything like that, which can greatly affect, like, everything.
Yeah, I'm with you. I have been in situations and even relationships where I don't realize I'm being toxic. Either because someone won't tell me, either because I'm being strung along for something else.
I've been in relationships the other way around.
Yeah. Well, I have been the toxic one before. I have both been in relationships where people were toxic to me and where I was toxic to others. And I think...
Like Christine said, it's in our DNA to be stubborn. And if you think about it, religion is just one big conspiracy.
I mean, I think there is some solace in religion if you do it right. Like, I've met fine Christian folks who are not bigoted.
Religion is a hope that things are better than what the world might seem.
You also have to take into account the cultural aspect of it with different places, and how, like, oh, Hellemanster says they can watch longer. Awesome.
Oh,
but
nice.
yeah, that's one of the things you also have to take into account, is where it's like, from what I've seen, Christianity, Catholicism, and things like that, those are ones that have been, like, heavily milked for the power they can hold over people. But there are legitimate places in the world where religion or belief in gods and things like that have created an element of solace for people.
Yeah.
It's just a shame that they can also often be used to spread absolutely vile and terrible messages to others.
Oh, yeah.
It's healthy to be negative every once in a while. You should always be allowed to feel emotions. If you aren't feeling good though, it can help to take a moment and think about positive things within life. That is much easier said than done though, especially if you're in a funk. And I found that, for me, video games and music are a good way to, like, express my feelings. Music especially, like, if you find the right song on a bad day, you're like, fuck yeah, dude.
Nice work.
Depending on the song, obviously. Some will just, like, sit there and, like, sob a little bit. Other ones will be like, fuck yeah.
I'm not really talking about negativity, though. I'm talking about when actively you have sort of been in a mindset where you actively have been going down a path, and then years later you look back and go, holy fuck, that was toxic. I have been there. I have been down the paths of, oh, that was so fucked up, I haven't been down the paths of, like, I have actively killed people, and now that people are dead, I am the king. But I have experienced, like, well, if I would have been different, someone else wouldn't have gotten hurt. And by all accounts in that situation, I should have probably been different. And I think that, like, here's the thing. We as people are always seeking out friends. I think the freaking reason, besides companionship, the instinctual reason we seek out friends is because we need people to keep us in check. Because half the time, we're not going to fucking listen when people we don't care about actively look us in the eyes and say, the situation you're in is fucked. Like, we're not going to listen if a random person says that most of the time. But if a best friend looks at you and says, I'm worried about you, and I want to help, that's important, right?
Of course.
Like, that's kind of how I feel about those things. Like, if someone looked at me and said, look at what's going on here, I try to be better about it. Don't worry about your English, Hellemester. I can barely speak English myself.
Yeah.
So, you're good. And that is a joke. English is my first language. But also, it is not a joke. I fucking suck at most things.
Chris took a religious studies course in college. They look at it as a coping mechanism. People use it as a way to cope with the struggles of life, whether intentional or not.
That's very true.
It's an interesting thing.
I will go to my grave saying that the personal answer for me, when the question of what is the meaning of life is posed, my personal answer will always be to meet people and make connections. That is literally the meaning of life to me. To have people I care about and to be cared about. And that will kind of be my meaning until I die. And, let me check the old clock. 17 days. If I get hit by a car and die or something now in 17 days, I want someone to bring a trophy to my funeral. Because I predicted that. And don't think, oh, he made a joke about it, like, we shouldn't actually give him a trophy. No, if I die, I fucking want this trophy now. I said it, I want it to happen, and if you guys don't do it, that's not fair to me. That's a disgrace to my memory. If you don't buy me a trophy.
The location should be just up ahead.
Also, you have to download the show Hawkeye on DVD and bury me with it.
Kind of funny that people who don't speak English natively are usually better at it than Americans. I wouldn't say usually, but a lot of times.
I have problems. A stutter, a speech impediment, and dyslexia. I'm
Probably
not good at things.
Schooling.
Oh, schooling also. Didn't have a great school. Our school was arguably not that great.
Our school, the other school was worse.
Which school? Which school?
Your church school?
Oh, no, like, that was bad. That was brainwashy. Like, I can totally see how people who grew up learning stuff like that, like, at that point, like, I almost can't fault them for, like, sticking with the church their whole life, because literally, it's all they know, and the second they try to, like, exit it, they're going to find out, like, everything is actually different. Which is, what's the word I'm looking for? Oh yeah, fucked!
Our school, at least for me, was socially great, but not the best education-wise. Yeah.
Look, Union was arguably bad.
I was okay with it. It never really bothered me.
They let you sleep during class! Which, to be
Yeah, but
fair,
I
you
got my
got good
work
grades.
done.
Yeah. But the teachers sometimes slept during class. We're just left
That was
the whole
mainly
time.
Sherman.
That was our teacher. That was a man being trusted to educate us in the laws of grammar.
Laws.
Isn't the whole point of a religion brainwashing? No.
If you stayed at your old school, I honestly probably wouldn't have lived past sophomore year. Was Blue River that bad? It was Blue River, right?
I've heard horror stories of Blue River. Honestly, bullying towards me at Union wasn't that great, to the point where when I left, like, I left because of bullying. Like, when I came back, I think me and Skylar started becoming friends, and it got better. But before then...
We were friends, when did we? Like, because you left, and then, I think, we just talked over Facebook, and then when you came back, I was like, oh cool, I got a friend now.
There was most definitely a time where we were, like, visiting each other's houses regularly. I believe...
Mainly me going to your house.
No, I went to your house a lot, too. It was definitely, like, a team effort. Like, I remember the first time we ever hung out with each other outside of school, it was at your house, because I played Brawl with you and Tristan.
That's a bad case.
And I was nervous, because I didn't really go to other people's houses often. Like, I preferred to do things at mine, but, like, I got used to your house. I almost borderline view your house as, like, a comfort now. Like, whenever I'm there, I'm comfortable.
My parents always said it's your home as well as ours.
Mm. I don't even know what it was about it.
Pretty much always unlocked.
I don't even know what it was about it. Maybe it's because I stayed there so often. It was comfortable, man. I loved that little house. It was a good place. Heelmanster says, I'm back, my internet died. That's alright. Here in about 14 minutes, we're gonna end the stream, because I have to get out before 6. That's kind of the rule. Also, I seem to have recovered from whatever emotional funk the finale of Loki put me in. I think I'm okay now. Jeez, good episode, guys. Good episode. I just had like a comic fan breakdown because... Oh, Scott, you're gonna know what's coming. I hope you're ready. Put on a diaper before you watch the episode.
Tits!
Yes, there are tits in the episode.
Welcome in, Reaper. Cag, Som. Hello, gorgeous. Gorgeous people. Yes, we are beginning our new journey today.
Oh, did you start another stream, Elvie?
Yes. Well, I wasn't streaming at all, I just started one now. But guys, please let me know if the audio sounds alright. I know the mixing in this game is shit. So yeah, please let me know at any point if it is way too loud.
Master, I thank you so much for the sub, and I hate to ask this of you, but if you would want to hit me up on my Twitch account where I usually stream games, I'm going to send it to you. In the future, I could send you to these fine people. Is it twitch.tv/ and then my name?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good.
Nice. That's
Jonah!
the third game I won today.
I'm here!
I just want to check the spelling on my my Twitch name just to be safe.
Alrighty,
Yeah,
Sam.
Oh wait, I'll just grab a damn link.
I hope
That's
you get some
smarter.
good sleep, Sam.
I mean, streaming games here is honestly rare. So if you like this content, I have to recommend the Twitch.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, guys, I was originally going to play Control.
Good game.
I decided last minute to change it to Tomb Raider instead. So I'm going to play the Tomb Raider 2013 reboot.
69 comments, nice.
Good. 3 times, still really good. I think this game is solid. This is a very solid game. I just think it misses the mark in a lot of areas. Lara's characterization being one of them. Hey DJ, thanks for the huggies.
I really like Control. And I have never finished it. And I have it.
Hey Lux.
I own Control. So one day that's gonna happen. Although again, lately I've just been craving Kingdom Hearts, and Christy was into it, so who knows? Maybe we'll do like maybe we'll do a Kingdom Hearts marathon.
I'd be happy with doing that.
I don't think I'm gonna play all the games, because I don't care what people say. I fucking hate the one with the cards.
Chain of Memories. Yeah, we don't need to play that one.
No one can convince me. No one can convince me it's good. We're now traveling to the year 6969. I got my spacesuit 69 and the pound of space lube.
We've been watching YouTube videos about games in the early 3D era of PC gaming. Makes me want to go, and it makes you want to try them. You want to try the Thief series. The old Thief games look really cool.
Always wanted to play those, actually. I've got them on Steam.
The remake is terrible.
Google says it's a
I
mystery
heard that.
game.
Hey, White Wolf. Elvish is going to be
There's
impaled.
one good
Elvish is
chapter
gonna
in the
bleed out.
remake. And it's nothing like the rest of the game.
That's a bad sign, isn't it?
Yeah. I think Chris knows exactly which section I'm talking about when I say there's one good section. Because he played that Thief on stream.
Nice detail here. The PlayStation controller light actually flickers the same way the torch does.
Of the level from the old games. That was a remake level?
I think we're getting ready to head out, chat. We're getting close to 6. I will show some of the skins, because someone asked about it forever ago. We'll end on the skins.
But yes, guys, as I said, I was originally going to play Control, but I realized, you know what I haven't played in ages? These Tomb Raider games.
I kind of like them.
And I never actually got to play, like, Shadow of the Tomb Raider all the way through, so, you know what? We might just do a Tomb Raider marathon of the latest, like, 3 games.
I have all 3 of those. I still need to play the Uncharted.
I have 2 of
games
them.
too. I have those as well.
Ah, yes.
I have 2 of them, and I have no idea which 2. One day I'll have to look into the order.
Cag just said, welcome to Uncharted Raider. Yeah, it's ironic how this game really takes a lot from Uncharted, but at the same time, it has, like, minus 1,000 of the personality. Because, don't get me wrong, like this, all of this, the opening, it's so cool. And I think the island stuff and all that is really, really well done. I just wish we were playing as a better protagonist, because I don't like Lara's characterization in these games. I can't stand it. It really bugs me.
You know, it's better than if M. Night Shyamalan got a hold of her, though, because then her name would be like Lyra Kraft.
Hell, her personality in the movie with Alicia Vikander was better. At least in that film, she had some spunk and pizzazz, and she seemed like legitimately excited about a lot of the stuff she was doing.
Except the action
This game?
was terrible.
Huh?
The action in that movie was terrible.
Oh yeah, and Lara literally becomes... she becomes irrelevant about halfway through the film. So, yeah, for that,
One of my
I don't like
favorite
that.
scenes from that movie was the fucking intense jump over the gap.
Yes!
Remember how slow-mo it got? I was like, oh my god!
It was worse in the trailer as well. It
I
looked
know.
so fake in the trailer. At least in the movie, it kind of looked cool.
It
And then
also
they were like, oh,
didn't
then
look
they
like
were like,
that far of a fall.
yeah. And then they were like, oh, look at this. Lara didn't get out by her own strength or ingenuity. She had to be saved by her father. And it's like, really? You're gonna take away her agency in the story entirely and just give it to her dad and the baddie in the game, in the movie? And I still think the most interesting part of the film is the beginning where Lara is a fucking bike courier in London.
That was interesting, I guess.
It's when she gets to the island, the movie it tanks.
Just some random excavating crew. And she's like, oh my god, I killed somebody.
Yep. I did like that first kill of hers, though, and how it called back to her boxing thing. Like, I think it was a lot more impactful in the movie where she has to hold a guy's head under the water until he drowns.
That was cool.
I own
Like,
this comic.
that was badass and legitimately traumatizing.
I do remember thinking, like, geez, that's pretty rough.
Heelanminster followed me on Twitch. Their name there
Hell
is
yeah!
Gumball182. That is easier to say, friend Gumball. Also, I own this comic. Jessica Jones is in this comic. This is a good comic.
That's a fake.
Elvis should be a film critic.
I think we should
Sure.
all do, like, movie reviews.
Why the fuck not?
People keep telling
for
me
the
I'm too
longest time-
positive.
For the longest time, I wanted to do a movie review of the
Speed Racer?
Speed Racer.
Oh, see you, Seven. Thank you so much for the lurk, buddy. I hope you're doing well and you have a lovely sleep when you get there. And thank you for the lurk as well, Cag.
Pat surprisingly has a talent for the stuff. And I don't... Why did I say surprisingly like that? That sounded dickish. Pat is good at reviewing things. I didn't mean to sound like a dick.
I've done that before as well, where I sound... I compliment someone and they're like, are you being sarcastic? And I'm like, no, it's just how I sound.
Yeah,
I'm being sincere.
I don't know why I said Pat surprisingly. I guess I wanted to add more words to the sentence or something. I don't know. He's good at it. There is no surprising. He always talks about movies and shit. Obviously, he'd be good at it.
Oh my god, there are voice commands in this game.
I played a little bit of, I think it was Rise of the Tomb Raider. I played like the beginning of it, and I was like, I liked the survival aspect. I thought that was kind of cool, and the bow was fun. But other than that, it felt really weird compared to like the one older game I played of the series. I played one that was on the PSP one time.
When it comes to reviews, one of my criticisms people have been giving me lately is I'm too positive. To which I respond, go fucking watch my Captain Marvel review. But also...
Hey, Born, how you doing?
I think the reason I'm better about talking about shit that I like than things that I don't like is because I don't like those things, and therefore I don't want to give them attention.
You have new emotes? That's awesome! Oh, also, that bridge, that wooden bridge I just crossed here, the game makes it seem like you could fall off that at any point. Nah, you can't. No matter how far you tip Lara left or right, she won't fall off.
What if I
The new
shot
Space
it?
Jam comes out Friday. I have never seen Space Jam.
It's okay. It's fine. It became a cult classic, but it's really just a fine, okay, fun movie. Jack says you're not too positive you've been reviewing great stuff. Jack! That's my buddy Jack. He reviews stuff with me. Jack, by the way, the episode of Loki is gonna fuck you up. Get ready for that. Grab a comfort blanket.
Whoops.
I never stream on YouTube, and I'm so glad you joined for this.
But yeah. Kneale's been streaming on Twitch, because it's much better for streaming.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's almost at 150 followers as well.
Which is pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause how long have you been streaming on Twitch?
It's been a couple months now. Probably around half a year, probably. Good 6 months.
But yeah, guys, please go check out Born to Kill if you haven't already. He's a precious bean, and is someone who's been nothing but supportive and just lovely and just... He's a little bit vulgar, but we love that about him.
Oh, that's okay, Jack. I'm just glad you're giving me attention right now, buddy. I hope you enjoyed our talks about... What all did we talk about? We talked about a lot of shit. Like if we were doing the whole Sesame Street, like, what did we learn today? That'd be a lot. Like, we talked about, well, now I forget everything. We talked about morality. We talked about, how people who are rude to furries can go fuck themselves.
And just rude in general.
Yeah.
Unless they're your best friend, in which case you can probably be rude to each other, and everyone knows it's all in fun.
That's very right, bitch. Anyways, it's time to end the stream.
Get bent, whore.
I get that, though. I get that. Hey, Kneale.
Vaughn said, I'm a Southern American, of course I'm vulgar, but I'm a nice vulgar.
Sure, we can show King Thor before we end. Where is King Thor? Old King Thor was really in sore. Smelled like gas, I guess. Made him sad, made him happy. Then he was depressed. Where the fuck is it? I cannot fucking find it. Alright, hold on. Let's go to the top. Alright, let's see what I own. Do I own King Thor?
Ow.
I don't own King Thor, so now let's go down this way.
Sam! Roth! Can anyone hear me?
I'm
having
having a
here!
crisis.
Also, yeah, Lara... Camilla Luddington does a pretty good performance overall, but one of the things I really wish they hadn't done is make her a fucking asthmatic.
I don't see it.
I need to drink this bottle of water. Otherwise, I'm going to die of dehydration. Oh, Sam, help! They could have hired me to play a bloody fucking...
You guys talked about prejudice against homosexuals. You also just showed the skin. I did not see the skin! Is this it? This is called Dawn Star, which is very close to OnStar.
Lux, she's on edge the whole game, yeah, but she's also the exact same way when she's just in the second game, when she's not doing anything. When she's in her, like, apartment piecing stuff together, she still can't breathe properly! She's like this in every single game.
The way you were describing it just now, where she was yelling, it really sounded like the next phrase was going to be like, "Guys! There's no reception out here! I need a phone! Please! How will I
we're on a
tweet about
deserted
this?
island, but I need Wi-Fi!
Come back!
I need to be able to see the Antiques Roadshow!
This is actually a problem, not just a white person thing. Okay, maybe it is, but it's still a problem for white people, and I'm a white people. Laura, you need to know your vowels.
Lux meant she's on the edge the whole game, as in she's about to come.
That is not what I said, and on that, what's in the street? Man, we got dirty. Best to end on the sex joke, I always say. So once again, you fine people, thank you so much for watching. I hope you are enjoying Hawkeye Month, which will continue as long as July is a thing. The next thing, because I need to do 3 videos this week, and this technically counts as video 2. The next video will be top 10 most liked things about Hawkeye, like the best Hawkeye moments. So thank you all for watching. Skylar, do you have anything to say before we end?
PP.
That's how you want to go out. That's how you want people to remember
hot.
you. If you die before the next stream, Skylar, that will be the last thing you gave to the world. Are
That's
you
fine.
okay with that? Okay. I'm happy.
A good idea.
Don't worry, Gumball. There will be more, I promise. There will be more streams. You followed Twitch, you'll see them soon.
And follow on twitch.tv/Dr. Knealetapus for more content.
I mean, yeah. Normally I don't plug
my God.
myself, but like, they
Born,
like these videos.
Born, you literally just said, you mentioned Bear Grylls. This mission is called Woman vs. Wild.
LOL.